that don't know, I was a Marine for 14 years. I've been with the company now for 2 years. And during those times overseas, I kind of had some issues and I couldn't get rid of them, right? And so it took me down a path of trying to find something natural, something holistic, which led me to Q, right? And because of Q, I can honestly say that in 2 years, my PTSD is kind of on the ease. I would never be doing this with you guys right now, talking to you, a bunch of people that are strangers to me. My pain from getting blown up 13 times is pretty much almost gone. And after I left the Marine Corps, I pretty much opened up my own business. I've been in brick and mortar now for almost 7 years. And it's been a whirlwind of a ride, right? A buddy reached out to me like someone did to you guys tonight and told me about a product that I should probably try to help ease either my PTSD or my sleep. For those that don't know, I only slept for about 2 hours a night for almost 14 years of my life. And lo and behold, the product worked, right? It was an easy product for me to use because it worked for me. It's an easy product for me to talk about because it worked. And for my wife, it was an easy business option and business adventure to go into. And so throughout the time here with Q, I have met some great people. But the guy you get to hear from tonight, Mr. Frank Filipponi, is probably one of the coolest dudes I've met in a very long time. We have a saying in our family, you know, friends are family that you get to choose, right? And between our family and our household, we've had dinner at their house. I've actually stayed the night in their house in Park City. Frank comes from a construction background and is just an all-around awesome dude. So, Mr. Frank, without further ado, I'm going to pass it to you, sir, and we'll have some fun tonight.
All right, excellent. Thanks, Ben. I really appreciate you being on here with me tonight. You know, it's always embarrassing to me to sit here and listen to somebody talk so nicely about me. I guess it's better than having them talk a bunch of crap. So I appreciate that, Ben. Thanks for being honest. You know, everybody, what Ben has failed to tell you, because he's so humble himself, is that him and his wife, Katie, not only own a CrossFit gym in Idaho, but it's the biggest and most recognized gym in the entire state. So my wife and I had the pleasure of visiting the place, I don't know, what was it, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago for his wife's birthday. And you walk in this massive room full of all the CrossFit stuff and all these weights and everything. And they have a huge wall that's just full of, you know, gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, plaques, trophies taller than me, and pictures of people with, you know, hundreds and hundreds of pounds over their head. You know, all people that have been coached to greatness, if you would. You know, they've got national titles, they've got some world titles, just a lot of really cool stuff happening in that place. And it's a perfect testament as to what Ben and his wife Katie are doing with basically taking people that have a work ethic and a drive to make themselves better. They put them through a system of training, and what happens at the end is what the people wanted, which was championships. And it's really great to be able to work alongside of people like that in this industry, you know, like-minded people that want to make a difference. And I just really appreciate you and Katie, Ben. Thanks a lot. So, gentlemen, actually, I see a lot of ladies on here too. That's quite all right. That was one of the first points I was going to make. Like, I don't want to, just because we're having a men's conversation here tonight does not mean that here with Q, all we're trying to do is build an all men's company. We do not discriminate against women. We love women in our company. Actually, on the contrary, if you were to add up the top income earners in our company at this point over the last 3 years, I want to say we've got 3 people that are making a 7-figure income yearly, and about another close to 50 people that are making 6-figure incomes yearly. And in that list of people, there's maybe 3 men. And that, my friends, is why we're on this call tonight, because I'm tired of my wife taking all the credit for all the stuff we're doing over here, if that makes sense. You know, we've got good stuff. We've got products that appeal to men. We've got an amazing comp plan. And this is the time that we need to change our focus and try to start change. Well, look at that, I'm sweating. Thanks for the close up there. Either way, sorry, just because I've been doing this forever doesn't mean it doesn't make me nervous. That's why I've got my trusty calm drink over here. But like I was saying, we want to change that ratio. We want to start balancing out this company, and we're going to start focusing on it. And we're going to actually try to turn this company of Q Sciences into what it was designed to do. And that was to give opportunity to everybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what sex you are, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what you believe in. Anybody who wants to come here and put in some work and learn what to do, we can help teach you to make a great living. So let me pull up my first slide here. Sorry, bear with me for a second, folks. This is the company, Q Sciences. You can see we started back in 2012. This is our corporate office down in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Actually, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up a second and give you a little bit of my background. So again, my name is Frank Filipponi. I was born and raised in San Diego. I lived there for about 43 years before my wife and I decided to move our family up to Park City, Utah last June. I do have a gorgeous wife. She's my blonde bombshell, if you would. She's my reason for doing anything. She's the absolute love of my life, and I owe everything that I have to this selfless woman. And she just brings me all the joy in the world, and it makes me happy. She's not only a hard worker, but she's also very smart. She owned a few Pilates studios back in San Diego, back when we were living there. And also we have 3 kids, 12, 10, and 8. And they take up a lot of our time, you know, running between soccer, running between lacrosse, taking them mountain biking, taking them trail hiking, just trying to get them out into this amazing outdoors that we have and try to keep them on the right path to not fall into the dredges of what's happening in our world these days. So that's a little bit about my family. Now, as far as my background goes, I went into road construction shortly after I got kicked out of San Diego State. Imagine that, you know, you don't show up for class and they kick you out. Can you actually believe that? They no longer wanted my checks that I was trying to write them, trying to buy my degree or something. But realistically, I just wasn't in the right place to be in college at the time. So I went into road construction and I actually did really well with it. You know, I started just at the bottom, digging trenches, and applied work ethic and just got myself to a position where I was running crews and making really good money. I spent about 18 years doing it. And to be honest with you, I planned on spending another 18 years doing it and expected that I would retire. Don't ask me how I planned on retiring. I didn't have any type of a retirement plan set up, but either way, I knew I was going to work hourly for the rest of my life. And I had just kind of resorted to that's what I was going to be. And I didn't really have a problem with it because I liked what I did. But lo and behold, one day I come home from work and my wife's sitting on the couch and she holds up a bottle of some shiny little bottle, and she's all excited. And, you know, she tells me that she got started in this industry. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe you got us involved in one of those pyramid schemes. Everybody's heard of them. Everybody thinks that that's what really happens. And actually there are cases that maybe it is true. But after I said that, my wife looked at me kind of disappointed. And she was like, come on, you know me better than that. I would never get into something that's illegal. And she's right. And she's totally right. And I just had to trust her. And it wasn't something I wanted to get involved with, but I wasn't going to stop her from doing it. So she did what you're supposed to do when you get involved in one of these companies. Is she started the training. She started following the lead of the people who were being successful already in the company and taking the advice from them and seeing what they were doing right and doing what they were doing wrong. And she was taking that to grow a business. And next thing I know, she started making sales. Can you believe that? I was dumbfounded because at first I thought it was a big scam, but people started buying this stuff. And then people started signing up on her team. Then people that were signing up on our team started selling the stuff. And she started making checks that were incredible. And I was in my head going, wow, maybe this isn't a scam. Maybe this is just a business and it's just a different way of doing business, you know? And so I started just kind of watching and started paying attention more and more as to what she had going on. And finally, I think she noticed me watching. So she dragged me to one of the meetings where there was some fancy guy in, you know, a nice suit, real handsome and all clean shaven and ready to go. And he gave a presentation and kind of talked about the industry and the what was involved in being in the industry and all the personal development and all this other stuff that was made to not only help people make money in this industry, but it was also stuff that really could help people that wanted nothing to do with this industry. There was great business practices being taught, great team building stuff being taught, and the personal development. I mean, you can use that in every aspect of your life. So I saw that she was falling into this system, right? Now, systems are very important in this industry, and actually systems are very important in business alone. I even knew that, and I wasn't a business person at the time. But I'll give you a perfect example of a system and a well-working system is, everybody knows McDonald's, right? You know, anybody who's got a couple $1,000,000 to pour into the property and the building and the big training manual and the months of training that you go through after you spend the millions of dollars to start a McDonald's. Have you ever noticed that whenever you walk into a McDonald's, wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world, they're all set up exactly the same? The ice cream machines over here on the right, the Coke and the soda machines over by the drive-through people, the French fries are toward the back over on the left. They're all the same. And the reason it's like this is because it's a proven system. You buy into that system, you follow that system perfectly, and you are guaranteed to make money because they've proven it over and over and over again. And that's exactly what you need in order to be successful in any type of business. So I watched this happening all around me. My wife drags me to this meeting and I listened to the whole spiel. And then when it was all said and done, the guy who was giving the presentation comes up to me. I was sitting in the lobby. My wife was talking with her teammates, and he comes up to me. He sits down by me and he says, "Hey, what's your deal, man? What's holding you back?" And I said, "What do you mean what's holding you back?" He said, "Well, you seem smart. You seem to understand what we've got going on here. You see what your wife is doing. Why are you not getting involved and helping grow this business for your family?" And realistically, I just looked at him. I said, "Dude, I already have a job I'm pretty happy with, man." And what he said next is what absolutely changed my life. I'll never forget the next words that came out of his mouth. He said to me, "Listen, it doesn't bother me that you have a job. What bothers me is that's all you have is a job." And it was just like, I always thought of myself as a smart guy. But at that time in my life, I was feeling kind of like an idiot because he was right. And from that second, I was all in. I decided to step in and get involved in my wife's business. I started going through the trainings. I started working the system. I started talking about the products and training my team. And we took off. We had a lot of success in our last business. And what we didn't know was that as we got closer to the top of that business in that company, we learned more and more about what was going on behind the scenes in that company. We learned more and more that our values and the things that we liked didn't really matter to the ownership and the leader group of that company. All they cared about was this, and we cared about this. So, and that's the one thing that really bothers me about this industry is that you can fall in love. You know, someone comes to your house and says, "Here, try this product." And you fall in love with that product, you're naturally going to talk about that product. And if you can find a way to make money with it, you're going to do that. But what a lot of people don't do is find out who's behind the products, who's behind that company. What is the vision of that company that you're looking into? And that is one thing that we never took the chance to do before we got started in our last adventure. So, like I said, fast forward a few years, we were starting to become unhappy and seeing that we weren't meshing well. So we started looking. Bottom line, we wanted to find a place that we could plant our flag that had the same family values that we did and that had the same vision for the future that we did. We were the leaders in this company. We had absolutely no say. We wanted to find a place that we could take our people and our voices were heard. Because why shouldn't the leadership and the salespeople of a company have a say in what products are going to come out? Why shouldn't they have a say in how the products look? We're the ones that are out in the field that are actually selling these products. We know what our friends want to buy. But so many companies out there, they just say, "Here, you're working with us, sell this today, go sell this today." And it could be something you don't even like. First of all, maybe you've never even tried it. That stuff drives me nuts. And that's exactly what we wanted to get away with. And that's why I'm so glad that 3 years ago, we found Q Sciences. So as you can see on this slide, we've got all the good stuff. I'm going to talk about it right now. So let me figure out how to go to the next slide. Oh yeah, hold on. Down arrow. Nope, not down arrow. Side arrow. Hold on. There we go. All right. So here's the men behind what we're doing. We'll start with the picture on the left. So the founder and CEO, Mark Wilson. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but this guy was not only an All-American quarterback at BYU, but he's a two-time Super Bowl champion quarterback from the, I don't even know if I should say the team because I'm a San Diego Chargers fan. Well, we used to be the Chargers, but he was on the Raiders. We don't hate him for that. We make fun of him for it, but we don't hate him for it. We still love the guy. But what really is a big deal about this guy is he spent more than 20 years after he retired from the NFL as a real estate developer, made a fortune growing things from dirt into fully active shopping malls. And this guy knows how to take a plan and put it into action. And obviously, anybody with Super Bowl rings knows how to take a group of people and lead them towards a bigger goal, if you would. Okay, so then here you're in the middle. This little guy in the white suit, white coat, he looks like a doctor, doesn't he? Looks super boring. Actually, he is pretty boring if you ask me. I like to be out on the road and like doing things active. And this guy likes to sit and talk science all day, which I'm glad he does it because I don't have to now. So not only is he our product formulator and like health advisor, if you would, but he keeps us on track in all the new trending products. He's got an incredible resume. He's got degrees in all kinds of different stuff. But the thing I'm mostly proud of is that he spent 13 years as a senior editor at WebMD. I mean, think of how much science has come across this guy's desk. Why wouldn't we want him on our side, helping us formulate all of our stuff that we're trying to launch out there? So that takes us to my buddy over on the right, the president, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jake Spencer. I didn't know him 3 years ago, but from the first time meeting him, we've become very, very close friends. I like to call him part of my family now. We have family dinners with him on Sunday, just a real down-to-earth guy. And the thing that I really like about having him at the front lines of our company is that he's used to leading from the front. He's driven, he's ambitious, he's built massive sales teams in our industry. You don't get much corporate people in our industry that can actually say, yes, I've made millions of dollars selling products. So we have that right at our fingertips. You put this together, it's a perfect storm, you guys. I mean, look at it. We've got a visionary with decades of business experience, and he obviously knows how to lead a team to greatness. We've got cutting edge science, tons of information whenever we need it. And we've got someone with experience actually building in the field and helping people get what they want. And he's able to show them how to get it. That's what we really need. And that's why when you pair these guys up, you know you're going to get something extravagant. You know you're going to get something that's going to be successful. So let's move on. Wrong button again. Oh, there you go. All right. So here's our line of products. Now, I don't know if you remember I told you before, but the company we came from was an anti-aging skincare company. Not fun for this guy right here. I don't care what my skin looks like. I have to be 100% honest with you. I care more about making sure that I can fight diseases, I can get rid of pains, I can feed my kids. Long story short, the company I came from only appealed to one market. And that's one thing that we told ourselves when we decided we were going to go find something else, that we wanted to find a company that had products that appealed to everybody. We wanted products that were relevant to people of all sexes, ages, sizes, colors. Doesn't matter who you are, you can either use it or you can sell it or it's going to interest you. Okay? So let's start up at the top left. You see we've got the hemp, our full line of hemp products, the Fuse, which is an under tongue tincture. We've got the 2 creams, which are topical to rub for aches and pains. You can see we've got a product for rest. And then we also have one to help with pets because obviously there's lots of pets out there with anxiety, apparently, and pain too. I come to learn that pets have lots of pain. My dog tells me all the time that her leg hurts. Not really. Sorry. You gotta have some excitement in here, right? But okay. So as far as me, I take the Fuse every single day. I'm very active. I like to work out. I like to mountain bike. And I'm very, very anxious type of a person, in case you can't tell by the sweat dripping down my forehead right now. But I personally love the berry flavor. I take it every morning when I get up, and I used to take it every night before I went to bed, until we came out with this new rest product that now that's what I take at night, because not only does it give me all the benefits of hemp, but it also gives me the sleep aids that are added to it. And I've been sleeping like a baby since that product came out. And then as far as the creams go, it goes on my knees daily after I get back from a run, after I get back from a mountain bike ride. They're incredible products. You'll hear some testimonials about them later today. You can see that we've got roll-ons that go great on like knuckles for people, you know, hair cutters, typers, texters, people that have lots of pain in their hands, pain in your knees, pain in your ankles, anywhere where it's kind of close to bone stuff. I like to use the roll-ons. And then you move over to the right, you can see our sprays, our line of sprays. So these things are really awesome. They're actually very affordable and they work incredible. So for those of you who don't know, the fastest way to get a product into your bloodstream is an injection. Line it up, line it up. That's not what we're selling here, folks. We've got the second fastest way. Oral, sublingual, under the tongue, hold it down there for a few seconds. We've got a B12, we've got a sleep spray, we've got a boost spray, a C spray. We've got all kinds of different things to help people. The absorption of those sprays is quick, it's easy, it's great for kids that don't like to swallow pills, or even adults that don't like to swallow pills. And then as you can see down below, we've got a full line of products to help with a number of things. Look at them. Look how pretty they are too. We just rebranded all this, by the way. So let me ask some questions here. How many of you know somebody that has trouble sleeping? How many of you know somebody that needs more energy? How about wants to have better focus, or can't focus at all and just wants to have a little bit of focus, if anything? Do you know anybody that wants to lose some weight? Do you know anybody looking for just like a routine and some guidance, somebody with some experience to help tell them what they should be taking, what they should be doing every day? Do you know anybody with anxiety? Do you know anybody with joint pain? I do. Do you know anybody that just wants to be able to keep supplemented properly? I know that people like that too. Because you know that if you took one apple, grew it today, and you had one fresh apple you just picked off a tree, and you put it next to an apple that your great grandmother picked off a tree 70 years ago, you put those two apples together, the nutrient value that comes from the apple from 70 years ago is going to be dramatically higher than the apple grown today, because of all the stuff in the farming, the way stuff is farmed these days. All the nutrients have been soaked out of our soils. People need to be supplementing, and we have what people need. So at this time, I want to bring on somebody, my buddy Steve, who's been taking our products now for a little bit. He's in his mid 40s. He's probably the most yoked mid 40-year-old I know. If you ever follow him on his page on Instagram, he loves to take videos of him with his gnarly six-pack, all sweaty, and his little short shorts after his runs. I love the guy, but I also love what these products have done for him. So if you give me a second, I'm going to pull Steve on. Steve, you're unmuted. Go ahead, my friend.
Sir, thank you, Frank. And I appreciate the opportunity to get on here and talk about the products that Q Science has and what they do for me. Sorry about the call. I'm in the car right now. Just got done with a live event in Maryland for Q Science. I headed to Michigan tonight, so we're going to do that tomorrow. Other than that, I would have been somewhere stationary, but I hope everybody can hear me. So I'm a marathoner. I'm a competitive runner. I'm also a triathlete. I do triathlons, and I also work out. So on top of Q Science, I'm always moving. If I'm not working, I'm running, I'm working out, I'm cycling, swimming. So I have a lot of pain, and I have a lot of inflammation that I have built up. And before I managed it through stretching and trying to eat and just rest and recovery, which I always had a problem with the rest part of it. I never got enough sleep at night. So then I actually joined Q Science and started using their products. I use almost all of the products, but the ones I do use are the hemp. I use the Q Excel cream, which takes away my inflammation. I'm running, I average about 45, 50 miles a week running. So I have a lot of inflammation and I don't worry about that now. Ever since I started using Q Science hemp oils, I don't have any inflammation. I do have soreness, but that's just because I'm always active. So I use the Excel cream. I also use the Roll-On Renew. And what that does is it just, at nighttime, I put that on and I sleep with it. And it's just it brings me back to life. It's a recovery system that I don't have to do anything for except sleep. And in order to get sleep, I also use the Rest hemp oil from Q Science. And I've used the sleep spray, but I really get a lot out of the Rest hemp oil. I can take it in about 15, 20 minutes. I can feel it kick in and then I'm out. So
nice.
That's how I recover. Yes, sir.
Right on, Steve. Hey, really, man, I appreciate you giving us your time tonight and sharing your product testimony with us. It's a pleasure having you on. So thanks again. Okay, so as you can see, our products are relevant. You know, they're cutting edge, and we've got super competitive prices, if not cheaper than other stuff you're going to find out there on the market. So what you need to do now is ask yourself, you know, what about my health do I want to fix? What about my life would I like to improve? Well, let me show you how you can get started on improving your life. It is by becoming a preferred customer with our company. It's $10 to become a preferred customer. That gets you for an entire year of wholesale pricing. And I can guarantee you after your first purchase, you're going to make that $10 back anyway. So there's no reason not to take advantage of it. I understand some people don't like to save money. So if you don't want to save money, just go ahead and buy some of our products at the retail price. That's just fine with us as well. But realistically, come on, who doesn't like to save money, right? For those of you that are thinking about how these products can help you, what if you're thinking of, geez, I actually know people that these products can help? If you are thinking that, maybe you think about becoming an ambassador with this company. You know, we like to call them a business owner, but ultimately it costs you $40 to get started. And what that gets you is, and that's $40 for the year. It buys you your business center. And in that business center, what you get is the ability to track your team progress, make sales, send information. You can run reports and track all the progress that your team is making. There's lots of other stuff that that's just kind of like the lowdown about it. Okay. We also ask that you purchase 100 PV worth of product. Now we're doing this because of two reasons. One, we want our people to be a product of the product. We need to be leading from the front, and we want people with integrity and honesty that are selling our products. And we don't like people selling our products that have never tried them, if that makes sense to you. Also, what this allows you to do is you can also have some products to use as samples. You can buy as much as you want, but like I said, it's 100 minimum, and help start launching your business from the get-go. You qualify for wholesale pricing, and the main thing that comes with being an ambassador, though, is the system. Once you get started with the company, it's the system, it's the culture, it's the group of people that are going to surround you and teach you how to do this and teach you how to make money. People that are already doing it are going to show you that we can do it, and we're going to do it together. The system has been proven, and it's been proven to produce millionaires already in just 3 years, you guys. Speaking of millionaires, I think I'm going to bring on a future millionaire. Let me see if I can find him in here. I got to pull up my boy Johnny May. Sorry, hold on. Got him. Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I don't know if everybody can hear me or not, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
let
we
me
can
know if
hear you. Hey, Johnny, how long you been with Q Sciences?
I've been with Q since mid November. I didn't share it all in December and January, so
Okay.
you know,
All right.
few
Tell
months.
me what you like best about Q Sciences and working with us, my man.
I like the money. I like the financial freedom to be able to do what I want, when I want, where I want. That's my goal. That's I want to be Frank Filippone. I want to be Brandon Stevens. So yeah, that was the main draw for me. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, guys. I'm out in the sticks of Kentucky, so if this isn't coming through, I'm very sorry. It looks like you guys froze up.
Oh, we can hear you fine. Go ahead,
So
Johnny.
this may be all for waste here. If so, my bad, Frank. But if you can hear me, I'm going to continue to talk. That way it's not messed up when you go back to the video. But yeah, I got started in November. Frank, if you're talking to me, I'm sorry, brother.
No,
I can't hear you. So if you're asking me questions, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're asking me. Do you want me to go ahead and just continue to talk or just wait
Yes.
till another time?
Yes, continue to talk, please. All right, cool. We're going to skip you, Johnny. I love you. I'm going to mute you back up because you're obviously having trouble over there. Sorry, bud. But let me go on with this story. So you guys all met Ben Bristow at the beginning of this call. So over a year ago, Ben Bristow and his wife were in a hotel in Salt Lake City. And in the lobby, they stumbled upon that guy you just heard from. Sorry, his connection was bad. They met him in the lobby of the hotel. He was just doing something else in town. They started talking. They stayed in connection for months and months. And lo and behold, almost a year later, he decides that he wants to get started with this company. And now he sits at the rank of bronze because they met each other in a hotel lobby one day. Ben and Katie decided to share some information with him. And it's all history at this point. So thanks, Johnny. We know you're on your way to silver. We're going to help you get there as quick as we can. But this brings us to the big question. How am I going to get paid in this company? So, let's see, here it is. This is our comp plan. All right. Now, keep in mind, this comp plan is for the United States ambassadors only. It is the same in some other places, but there are some markets that we're in that have certain things a little bit different, but it's all pretty darn similar. It just all depends on regulations of that company. But ultimately, we're paid 4 different ways. Okay. So if you look in box 1 up on the top left, you'll see that personal customers that you personally sign up, they actually turn around and buy products from your website. You can make up to 35% commission off of each sale that you're making personally, which is a very, very high number in commissions if you do go into the sales arena. You look into box number 2. This is you and how you get paid off the sales team that is created. This is how you get paid off of the volume that your sales team has created. So you turn around, you help teach people and you train people how to go out and sell our products. Your volume adds up from not only your sales, but their sales. It all goes into a big pool, and then you get commissions off of that as well. That's where the bulk of our pay goes. All right. So you can see that our comp plan is very simple. It's just one page. It's purely volume based. There's no takeaways. There's no tricks. There's no hidden stuff. It's just you hit a rank, you get paid. There's no guesswork. You hit the next rank, you get paid that. There's no guesswork. So look at box 3. You can see box 3 is our rank bonuses. There's lots of commas and lots of zeros in that box. You can see those numbers are no joke. And the cool thing about hitting these bonuses is, say you hit multiple ranks in 1 month, those bonuses accumulate. So you can make so much money added on top of each other between all these bonuses. So let me show you how simple this is real quick. Let's take Ben, for example, the guy you met at the beginning of the call. He's a gold. Go down into box 2, scroll down to gold, and then scroll over to what he's making in monthly commission off of 50,000 in sales in his teams. Ben and Katie are making $8,000 a month. They've only been doing this for about 2 years. $8,000 a month, and they've been doing this for only 2 years. I did road construction for 18 years, and there is no way I would have ever made $8,000 in a month. 18 years. This is the type of growth you can have in these types of industries, and it's incredible. Not to mention the bonuses and stuff that they've received getting to that rank. The funny thing is that Ben and Katie do their whole CrossFit thing, you know, and that's what's their breadwinner. That's put money on the table in their household. It feeds their little son, Colton, every day. But there's going to come a time in these guys' life when that gym will be able to be a hobby for them, because they're going to be making so much money on something that started as their side business. They will be able to use their main stream of income that came from this gym to do fun with. And that's what really excites me. Now let's talk about Johnny May. He's a bronze. He's only been in the company since November. Scroll over from bronze and see what he's making a month, $1,700 a month. That's good money. That's good money for $10,000 in sales volume, you guys. We can help coach you guys to this business, to this level of business. Imagine having an extra $2,000, almost $2,000 a month. It started in November. I love it. I love it. So now let's skip to box 4. This is the FFM. So this is what we call the financial freedom movement. Let me ask you guys a question. Have any of you guys heard of companies that in our industry that incentivize people at low ranks with a car bonus? They give them a car, they make a payment for them every month. Well, there's a lot of companies out there that do it, and there's a lot of people that have earned those cars, and there's even more of those people that have had to give back those cars or had those cars repossessed because they couldn't afford to keep them anymore. And I hate seeing companies do this. Guess what, you guys? They don't give you a car. They do not give you a car. They make that car payment as long as you do what they need you to do, and that's hit your rank. When you buy a car, that's a 6-year commitment usually. So you're committing to hitting a rank in this company for minimum of 6 years, or guess what? You're paying that car payment yourself. Here at Q, we do not believe in putting people in depreciating assets. The FFM is here. You can see you hit the rank, they put that amount of money into a fund for you, whether you want it going to paying off any type of registered debt, a life insurance policy, a mortgage, school, student loans, any type of retirement. This company believes in setting us up for long-term success. And the cool thing is if you someday decide you want to get up and leave Q Sciences, you can take that with you. It's in your name. That is something that you earned, and you take it with you. We set us up for success. We have the system. We have cutting edge products. We're going to stay ahead of the trends in the market. We've got an incredible culture of people working together to help each other win. You guys, we are in massive momentum right now. We've had over 400% growth in the last year. The tax benefits alone of being involved in a home business, I could have an hour, 2-hour Zoom just on the tax benefits. Listen to me. If you don't like what you see here tonight and you decide you don't want anything to do with us, you still need to find yourself a home-based business just for the tax write-offs that come along with it. Okay? So, are you ready for Q? This brings us to my grand finale, the big close, if you would. Are you an A? Are you a B? Or are you a C? I learned this from my good buddy, Brandon Stevens. I think it's the best way to categorize people after one of these conversations. If you're a C, you're a see you later. I want nothing to do with you. I don't care what you got. And I love you. Anyway, I really, really appreciate your time coming out here tonight. And so does the person who got you on this call. But keep in mind, that person is with this company for a reason. Maybe they're trying to pay for soccer lessons or soccer practice for their kids, maybe guitar lessons. Maybe they're trying to put their kid through private school. Maybe they just need extra food on their table. Do your friend a favor. Buy something. Buy a product. We have an empty bottle policy here. You try it, you don't like it, send it back, we'll give you your money back. But do your friend a favor. Your friend is trying to build something for themselves here. What have you got to lose? Are you a B? I like the way Brandon puts this. But I have questions. You got some questions? Let's answer them. Get with whoever sent you, and we will work together to make sure you get all of your questions answered. Make sure that this is either a fit for you or it's not. But you've seen something that interests you and you want to know more. Let's get you more information. Let's get you figuring out if this is something you want to do. And then finally, that brings us to the A's. And the A stands for action. Action is just, hey, get out of my way. Let's go. I want to sign up right now. I want to do this. I'm ready to get started. What do I need to do? And to those people, I say, get back with whoever got you on this Zoom. Get signed up as quick as you can and go through the launch process. Let us start teaching you how to make money here with Q Sciences. You need to ask yourself, do I want something more? Do I want to make a change in my life? Do I want to make a difference? Do I want the opportunity to earn money that most people just dream of? Do I want to be a part of something bigger than myself? If the answer is yes, I welcome you to Q Sciences with open arms, and I really look forward to growing with you. Sorry this went a little long tonight, but I really had a lot of points to get out there. I appreciate every one of you and all of your time. Thank you so much.